these are some of the things that, people, need to know. Like 99% of the time at a championship, I was never at my best. And I always ask myself, is there something, like, it felt like somebody had a voodoo doll. And like every time when something's supposed to happen, they're like, pop, pop. Like I'm in the best shape of my life. 2 weeks before the championship, bum, groin, bum, hamstring. There was always something. Before they go, boom, a quad.
I remember.
And like it was always something. And some of the times I'm running in London. I remember in London I was like, I'm gonna try and give this all my all, but I know I wasn't even close to anything because I tore my groin at the championships in Jamaica. I went to Canada, did some PRP on my groin, and 2 weeks after I'm in the Olympic Games, trying to
run for your life.
Trying to run for my life.
In the
I
most historic race of your life.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I made it to the finals. I was like, I'm going to give it everything. I remember getting out the blocks, and I remember when I got to like 30 meters, my upper body was in front of everybody's head when we got to 30 meters. And when I got to like 40 meters, this leg was like, no.
Not happening.
No. And I felt myself going to the ground, and I had to just like bow to that race. But that was the greatest race.
I didn't even know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't know, what we go through as athletes to be out there on the track. And you see somebody, lose a race, they'll be like in the best shape of their life, and you're like, how did this happen? Like you expect these 4 people to be on the top. Why was only 2 of them at the top and the other 2 were at the back? I have no idea. I mean, our bodies are like, it's like an engine, a car engine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? You brake, you try and fix it back. It's just that it's not as easy as the car engine. Like you can replace parts. You can't replace parts. We have to sit and wait for it to be better. Sometimes we're running injured.
Most of the time.
We're running in pain, a lot of pain, and nobody knows this. But we got so used to running with pain, it becomes like a norm for us to run with pain.
You know what's funny that you said it, right? Like I remember in 17, he wouldn't tell like the media or anything, but because like we were close and like best friends or whatever, like I knew he rolled his ankle early in training that year. But just as when he wouldn't tell anybody that, so in 17, he ran with that hurt ankle all the way up to the championships. Football. Nobody knew. And he wouldn't say anything. He was like, because if I say anything,
That's what we are.
people will make excuses for me.
That's what we
and
are.
I don't want nobody to make excuses.
And I mean, it's not really a good thing, but for us, I think we just don't like complaining.
Exactly. Yeah.
We just don't like to complain or find excuses for everything. So we rather run through it and try to, do the best we can. And, if we come, I mean, if you come out on top, then, what are you going to say? Oh, I ran injured. So, so it's like you're looking down on people. Or if you lose, it's like you're making excuses. Like, so you just don't say anything about
That's
it.
how it was. In 2021, at the Olympic trials, in the semis, like 5 meters before the finish line, I tweaked my hamstring. Like to the point where, 45 minutes later, I got to come back out for the finals.
Yeah,
you know what it is.
Yeah.
I knew it. I just knew it. Grabbed my hamstring. I was like, damn. Went back to the warm-up area. Looked at Dennis in his face. I was like, tweaked it, dog. Like I pulled it. Like he was like, for real? I was like, yeah. And now time after time, like you said, you're gonna go through championships or rounds or whatever, and you're gonna thug it out, right? There's been times in 13 or 16 where I put an ace bandage on and I just went out there and did it. So I figure, all right, what we have to lose, right? Let's go for it and see what happens. I know I got on the table and I tried to like see if it was like a cramp or something and work it out. And I remember just looking back at the therapist and he looked at me and was like, Be like, nah, I don't know, bro. So, but I mean, what could I do? Either pull out or either get on the line and try to see how far I can get. And that's what you have to do. Sometimes you just got to see what you can do.
Yep.
Yeah.